Okie dokie nerds, another vintage cube, another Black Lotus. Life is sweet. Um, Things to look at, we've got a Flash here. There's also Misty Rainforest. I think I'd be on Flash over Misty if I didn't have the Lotus here. I don't know, I think that's pretty close. For us though, there's an Urborg, there's a Beseech the Mirror. I wouldn't mind wheeling both of those. I've been impressed with Urtai just as a card that you can play. Um, but yeah, we'll start off on this Lotus and be very happy with ourselves. Um, no one we know passing any cards. Right, so pick one pack on Lotus, easy game. There's a Thassa's Oracle, a Mana Vault, and a Traxxas. Underground Sea. Oh, fuck me. So, I think I'm just going to Mana Vault. I don't know. Am I going to Mana Vault over a Traxxas? That's got to be pretty close, right? I also like Thoracle and Tendrils on the wheel, though. But then if I like Thoracle and Tendrils, do I actually prefer Underground Sea? No, so I can pick up a Watery Grave and a Delta or something like that. So I think I'm going to take Mana Vault. If that Flash Wheels, I'll lose my mind. But let's just take Mana Vault and let's just have quick and fast mana. And let's keep that theme going. And we'll Ritual over Git Probe. And start building like a nice Storm deck. We've got that Tendrils or Thoracle on the wheel. So Doomsday and Yawgmoth Will are both still live for us in this spot. But yeah, what a cracking start. Like, how much is that? 7 mana on turn 1? 8 mana if I've got a land, but hopefully not. So there's a Yawgmoth Will. And I think I might just take it. Like, Night's Whisper's busted and stuff, but I think I might just take the Yawgmoth Will just because this is so cracked. And now we're just, a Demonic Tutor and a Tendrils Wheel away from glory, I think. Maybe a bit aggro on the whole Storm Forcing thing, but get wrecked. So, lose focus versus Blood Crypt. I don't need access to red anymore because I've got the Yawgmoth Will. There's no real red cards I want other than Underworld Breach. Underworld Breach can be cast with a Lotus anyway. So I think I'm going to take Lose Focus and just ensure I've got some permission here. So LED's pretty busted. We've just got it all here. We've got more mana than we're ever going to need. Yeah, literally Demonic Tutor and those Tendrils coming back and we're done. I'm going to take Xander's Lounge. That's going to fix for blue and black. Obviously, I can't imagine us having particularly fast starts, so tap land shouldn't hurt us too badly. Yeah, let's just take a land that works. So yeah, any draw 7, any Tendrils. One more pick before the Tendrils should make it back. If Tendrils and Thoracle are there, I'm going to probably cry a little bit inside. I think here I'll take Fairy Mastermind. We're not playing any of these other cards, so Fairy Mastermind at least blocks. Was Tendrils this pack or was Tendrils next pack? Well, we're going to take Beseech the Mirror. It's basically very similar to Demonic Tutor. Also, the drills didn't wheel. Christ. That's not good for the home team, is it? Nor did Thoracle. What are people storming out? I've got all of the cards. Oh. This could make life difficult, if I'm honest. No Thoracle. No drills. So we're going to have to come up with some nonsense kill condition. And the Underground Sea has gone. I don't know what else people are looking for to go in their Storm decks, but they're not going to find it. I don't feel like Tendrils or Thoracle are particularly like... They're not the cards that send you in the direction, right? But hey-ho, such is life. We'll have to come up with a new plan. I've got so much mana I can probably just activate Fairy Mastermind a bunch. Although I'll be a card ahead, right? Because I'll get the trigger on the way through, so that won't work. Yeah, maybe we have to find our way into a a Doomsday stack, but if Thoracle's not wheeling this early, then you've got to assume that Doomsday's gone. What else can be there? Brain Freeze, obviously, is fine. Jumping Carnosaur I've actually found to be reasonably decent. More as a removal spell than anything else. Takes some more unplayables. Rite of Flame makes some more mana that we can't ever use because we've got no payoffs and they've already gone. So that's great. That takes us to 15 cards from pack 1. This Botanical Sanctum's unlikely to get in there, but, you know, a Fast Bond would possibly make me change my mind. So yeah, so far we've just got mana. Oh, fuck me dead. That's a Time Walk. Mana, ways to replay our mana, permission, and a tutor to find our mana. So that seems good. Time Walk or Twister? Well, no, we're clearly taking the walk here. I would like the twist, but can't have it all. Spellseeker, Upheaval, Reanimate. Whoever took Trax is going to get the Reanimate, I guess. Or, well, no, that's not even true. We're going to take Walk. So Raman's great. Like, busted great. There's also a Time Warp. I'm just going to Remand. Raman's too good. Let's mana value this stuff. Well, we've got Fairy Mastermind's the most questionable at the moment. Miscalc versus Vamp versus Retro. Fitter Foundry. I think I'm going to Vamp. I've already got basically Miscalc and Loose Focus here, and Remand. They're essentially very analogous to the Miscalc, and Vamp is going to set up something. What that something is, we're yet to determine. But, man, I can't believe someone took a Tendrils pick before pick 9, right? That's wild. Like, yeah, that's I think that's insane to me. I don't know what else was in that pack, but it's just insane to take it that early. So there's DT. Now we just got the world. The whole world and nowhere to go. Yeah, we've got all the cards and all the mana all the time. And now we just have to find something to do that's not take another turn. I'm just going to take Watery Grave over the library here. Yeah. I'm just trying to convince myself that that's correct. Yeah, I know Underground Sea is gone, so I want it. Right, Bolas's Citadel. We'll take that. Because that gives us something to do. Massacre Girl, Thran Dynamo, Overflowing Chalice, Spire Bluff Canal. So Thran Dynamo we're not taking, that card's pointless. Massacre Girl can be nice, but or Overflowing Chalice, but I think I'll just Spire Bluff. Nothing wrong with a red-blue land in our Time Walk deck. Or do I want Chalice just because in case I open Tinker? Yeah, I've got really good access to Tinker at the moment, so let's just take that. There's a portal, just in case we get to Tinker. I'm not saying we will, but we're now set up for it, and Bolas's Citadel already makes Tinker a high pick. And we've got great access to Tinker, and we're good at ramping it out quickly. Portal might be able to just cast, to be honest with you. But this very much looks like one of those decks where you're not sure how you're going to win a game. But yeah, Spellseeker for DT, Time Walk, Dark Ritual. Not Yawgmoth's Will, but DT is basically Yawgmoth's Will. I don't like Faithless Looting, so we'll take Fiery Islet. Some nonsense cards, so we'll make sure we're not dead. And take this Seal of Removal. Yeah, so Brain Freeze is basically everything that we need at the moment. It's funny, I feel like we've just sat down at a pod of people who are like, I am drafting combo, and that's the whole list of things I'm drafting. Another dual land. We might not even use these red lands, but that's fine. And then some nonsense to round out the pack. Grand. Right, going into pack 3, we need a way to win the game. Brain Freeze number 1 on our list. Basically, the only card I can think of at the moment that will kill an opponent is Brain Freeze. There is some things with something like Chrome Host Seed Shark, Saheeli, Third Path Iconoclast, where we can go off with house, or go off, play house, activate house, sacrifice the house, Yawgmoth's Will, bring everything back, and sacrifice it again, and that's 20. The issue with that is if they play a lifelink creature, you're just dead. There's Jace. How good are we at getting through our entire deck? We've got almost 0 card draw at the moment. So in that case, there's Charter Course or Duress instead. There's obviously Strip Mine, but I think I want my lands in play. And I think I'm just going to take Jace, because at the moment we're just desperate for something that says we can win a game of Magic. Because otherwise it's like play a Carnosaur, cast Time Walk, attack for 7, something like that. And that doesn't sound like enough. Mystic Forge. Zagoth Triome or the Seed Shark itself. I think I'm going to take the Seed Shark because that might actually be the life we're living at the moment. So let's do that. Right, Reservoir is a great kill. I say it's a great kill. Reservoir is a kill that we can play. Grim Monolith is very powerful though. Do I want to try and wheel the Reservoir? I've already got Chrome Host Seed Shark, so I'm now less interested in hardcore kill conditions. I think I'm going to take Grim Monolith and try and wheel the Reservoir. Someone's already got Tendrils, they've already got Thoracle. I should be fine to wheel that. We'll take Snapcaster Mage because we are, at the end of the day, a Time Walk deck. And Snap DT is not embarrassing either. Delta Preordain. So I just passed the Steam vents. I don't know how red I really am. What's my red for? If I drop Rite of Flame and thingy. Delta is good. But I just need to play a bunch of islands. I've got Dark Ritual, Lotus, LED to cast Beseech and House with. So I think I'm going to Preordain. And then PO plays Chrome Mox, or bring in the Portal and play Show and Tell. How many cards is this left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 cards. I can get Rabbit Battery and Loam or something back. Murktide. PO is could be a lot of cards, right? There could be 3 cards. So PO's out. Show and Tell for House, Show and Tell for Portal. Or Chrome Mox for even faster mana. I don't know the answer. I think Show and Tell. I think we're lacking action. Let's just take Intuition or Brazen Borrower. That'll be the 2. So Brazen Borrower's interaction. Intuition. What sort of pile can I make with Intuition? Snapcaster Mage, Time Walk, Yawgmoth's Will. That's a pretty dope pile. But Brazen Borrower is like a playable card. So I'm going to take that. Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas. No, Tezzeret, he's seeking. He's got no agency at the moment. Tezzeret gets Grim, Manavolt, LED, Chalice, Lotus. I think it's crap, but I think it's the only card we're ever playing. Manifold with Grim and Manavolt versus Charter Course. Well, there's Zerda. So sideboard Zerda into infinite mana. Infinite mana gets me my whole deck in my hands. Or the majority of my... No, it gives me 3 cards in my hand. 4 cards in my hand. Doesn't seem very good. I'm going to take Manifold Key. I don't want an Ulamog. I don't want a bad Talisman. Let's take a Subtlety. That costs 0 mana. There's a Reservoir come back round, and now it's over. So, get rid of this, get rid of this. Seething Song, I don't think I'll play it. Rain of Filth, I may play it. So we don't have any draw 7s to go with all our fast mana. So we're going to need to find DT or Beseech, and then go off with all of our mana. Fairy Mastermind can get out of here. And then I think there's something else I can cut. I guess I can cut Jace now, because I'm not able to get through my deck. Manifold Key is interesting. I'm not playing any red lands, so I'll get the Stormcarved Coast out of here. So 28 less 3 is 15. I think 15 is probably going to be fine. So we're on Reservoir of Bolas the Citadel Kills. Sea Shark included in that, and we're literally show and tell for house, but we've got the tutors to do it, so I'll see you in round 1. Okay, so round 1, we've got a fairly medium hand. I might mulligan this actually, it doesn't really look like it goes anywhere. We're up against Vin FF4 JP6G. Quite the username. Yeah, I'm going to send this back. Right, cool, so now I can do everything all the time. So we'll keep this. 1 goes back. I guess Rain of Filth can go back. Done. And we're on the draw. Mana Vault on turn 1. To show and tell. So we'll play this. And we'll go for an early house, I imagine. I imagine a lot of this league is going to be sideboarding in the, what's it's called? It's called the Portal. Oh, that's a Watery Grave. Just play it tapped, it'll be fine. Nope. So 2 mana, the full 5 getting used. Oh, Jar, sure. So Island. I can't ever get to my card. So I think I'll pass. With Lose Focus available, like we get these cards back, right? So on their end step, they're going to jar now in their upkeep. Okay, no they're not, my bad. Weird. Why didn't they jar in upkeep? So one thing you can do is you can jar in your opponent's end step, or you can jar in your upkeep, and then their jar hand would, you'd then have 8 cards in your jar hand. We're not going to do anything in response. We will flash in Snapcaster Mage. No, we won't, because I need to play Vampiric. Wasteland is a real ball ache, actually. Wasteland is a real pain. How do we beat Wasteland? unsure, unclear. Okay, they tap it. That's how we beat Wasteland. Orcish Bowmasters, that's fine. You ping me, that's fine. So now the jar hands swap over again. And I get priority, and I can... What am I vamping for? Sorry? Oh, house, that was it. Yeah, so it's vamp. We'll get Bolas' Citadel, I think. Yeah, because I can't get into any more cards. So what happens if I get Beseech, actually? Ritual Beseech. Beseech for Yawgmoth's Will. Crack everything. Oh, that might be very powerful, actually. So I have to sacrifice my Land's Eye Diamond to cast Yawgmoth's Will. To cast Beseech the Mirror. No, I don't. I can just crack. I can cast Beseech for normal mana, not bargained, and then crack LED in response for 3 black, and then we'll have in our graveyard Dark Ritual, Spellseeker, Show and Tell, Black Lotus, a land drop if I want it, and a Beseech the Mirror. So I can go Lotus, Ritual, LED, Everflowing Chalice, Beseech away the Chalice, get Aetherflux Reservoir, and then cast some cards. Or I can just get a house and roll the dice. It sounds like a very good chain getting Beseech, but it means I've gone through my Yawgmoth Will. They've got 5 cards in hand, so Show and Tell could be risky. So then what would it be? Spellseeker for... Yeah, I'm getting Beseech the Mirror. I think Beseech the Mirror seems a bit too busted, and I think I can get there with Spellseeker for DT for nonsense. So let's do that. Let's go to our turn. Draw step, we pick up Beseech the Mirror. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond. Cast Dark Ritual. Hold priority, cast Beseech, just normally please. And then crack this for BBB. Get Yawgmoth's Will to hand. Cast Yawgmoth's Will. LED. Swamp. Chalice. And 0. This for a bunch of black. Beseech for with bargain. Getting rid of my Everflowing Chalice. I should have cast Dark Ritual, I fucked this up. I should have cast Dark Ritual, I fucked this up. Yeah, cool. So, what did I say I'm getting? Everflowing Chalice. Whatever, this card here. This is the one I'm getting, Aetherflux Reservoir. So let's cast this. 8 spells being cast this turn. So it's 9 cards. We're going to have to do some counting. So that's 26. All of my... Oh man. Oh, we really screwed this up so hard. should have Dark Ritualed earlier. How much? That's 10 spells. That's not going to be enough. And Vamp's going to hurt me as well. 36. A bunch of mana off Dark Ritual. Can't get into blue mana. So Vamp's going to take me up a little bit. 47. And then Vamp for what? Just walk? Mana Vault? No, it's got to be something that draws me a card at this point. So I guess Preordain is best. Yeah, that's exceptionally annoying. Because I just punted this whole game. I had it all. If I just cast Dark Ritual when I was casting the Beseech, then I have blue mana for Spellseeker Walk or something like that, and that would have been enough. See if our opponent had anything left over in their original hand. Oh, they've got an Echo in their yard. I didn't see that. So it's going to be very difficult for us to win now that all of our mana's gone. We've only got 3 lands in play. So green, red. Okay, opponent's deep in the tank about something. Or just struggling to cast spells. Courser of Crufix. 2 floating. Wasteland Mysander's Lounge. Play Wrenn and 6. Pick up Wasteland. Okay. It seems, in my opinion, worse than casting Echo and hitting me for whatever, 7 plus 8, 9, 15, taking me back down to 30. But we'll see how it works out for them. What did I put on top of my deck? Preordain? Fuck knows why. Yeah, Preordain into Bowmasters is certainly a way you can try and gain life, isn't it? Right. Always yield. Remand House. Alright, let's go to game 2, and this time, from here on out, we'll sequence correctly. We're going to bring in a portal. That looks like my best way of killing a Bowmaster. Oh, we probably shouldn't be on 41 cards, ideally. We'll keep this because we basically get a portal off of a black source, and they do seem to be on some creature fast bond thing. Yeah, you'll go. So forest, exploration, tap land. Yep. I'm just going to fire off the walk. Let's play a Grim. And I will play my LED out in case they come at us with a draw 7. And this ensures that their pest infestation has got a good number of targets. So they can make it a very mana efficient turn. So, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, sure. Blood Crypt tapped. 2 cards in hand. No pest infestation. My Kingdom for a swamp. That's a reservoir. I don't really want to play out at the moment. So, yeah, the reason I'm not playing the reservoir is because I want to be able to play this Bolas's Citadel or Portal to Phyrexia, depending on what we draw. They attack us for 2. Play like a Wrenn and 6 or something. They fold hold a card. That's the deal 5 thing, isn't it? Lose focus. Okay. We'll keep passing the turn. Six mana available. Jumping Carnosaur gets countered if I lose focus. That's tasty. We've got 1 card in hand. They're going to send for 2. Show and tell. Yes, please. We're going to show in the portal. They're going to show in nothing. Dryad's dead, and then we'll get a Discover 5 on our upkeep. Discover 5 on upkeep isn't like amazing, but it's doable. It's, yeah, playable at least. So Gruul Turf, floating a green. Plays the forest again. And passes with a green floating. Cool, so I'm going to get the Trumpeting Carnosaur first time. I know the Dryad is fixing, but Trumpeting Carnosaur's a fucking 7/5 with Discover 5. Into Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I'll just cast the Borrower as is. That's a Yawgmoth Will. So next turn, if we do get this Dryad, I'm just going to assume that there's a kill somewhere. Marsh Flats. Get your Dryad. Cast Vamp. Vamp for Black Lotus. And then something. So we'll cast Black Lotus. We will crack it for black. We'll cast Rain of Filth. We'll float a blue. We'll sack this for black. Sack this for black. Cast Yawgmoth Will. Floating blue, blue, blue this time, please. Don't want to get locked out of blue again, so this time let's get locked out of black instead. Then we can go Lion's Eye Diamond. Should have played this the first time round. 3, 4, Reservoir. Cast a Lotus, gain some life. We're going to put a house into play. The big bonus is Citadel. And we're going to leave a black floating because there's a Vampiric Tutor there. Yep. And if the top card of my library is like the land I play this turn is going to be a blue source. So Manifold Key is easy, and this is likely exceptionally over. Okay. And then play an island. Oh, I can play an additional land off Dryad, that's busted. Yeah, I'll play 2 life, why not? Now we can vamp with our black mana, gaining a ton of life. Okay. Let's get a card of little relevance. So we get a Chrome-Host Seed Shark and cast that. Opponent suddenly deciding if there's something they want to do. But they will be dying this turn to my Reservoir. We win. Nice. Okay. If you float the correct mana, you can win. Maybe that Swamp Cut earlier was questionable. Relying on your opponent to have a Dryad in the graveyard doesn't sound like a great mana base. So yeah, I think that Portal's going to go to main deck actually. I think having 2 show and tell targets is good. I've made my deck needlessly aggro with... I know I've got Vamp, DT and Beseech, so it's like all doable. And I should be able to get kind of aggro with it, but there's no reason to be this light on threats, right? Like show and tell threats, I mean. What did we take over Atraxa? I can't remember. But that makes that show and tell worse. And the reason I've not registered show and tell Carnosaur is many of my cards are very situational. Like Carnosaur into Reign of Filth is like, I think, worse than Carnosaur into Lose Focus. So, what does this hand do? DT for Portal, turn 3 show in a Portal. Have an Aetherflux Reservoir in my hand. That seems fine. I think the Portal will get us somewhere. And if they've not done anything, then we can show in the house. So, yeah, that'll be the line. Next question, which land do we play? Because we've seen Wasteland out of them. And if they do something exceptionally busted and kill us, then that's the lesson we've got to learn from fucking up game 1. But kind of happy with where we're at. I think this looks like a matchup that should be good for us. They definitely have some busted draws, but they don't look to be doing too much that's going to interrupt us and upset us, other than this single Wasteland on our Xander's Lounge this game. So, Copperline Gorge into one of their enchantments, the better one. This is a mulligan to 6. So, yeah. It's a swamp. So do I even need to expose my Xander's Lounge? Probably not. I can probably just go swamp into island into show and tell, and then we can look at cycling Xander's Lounge later, because we just don't want to get wastelanded out of this game. Green, green and 1. That's a Corsair Crew fix. So that's like all the lands they could ever draw. That's a Bowman. So, and that's a portal. Huh. Let's just play this and hold up Remand. Because if they just hit a bunch of lands, go Bowman, Time Twister, we want to be able to counter that. What does DT for Lotus look like? Doesn't look bad. What else could I DT for? DT for Citadel, but I'm not playing the Citadel. DT for Yawgmoth's doesn't get me anywhere. So let's just hold up Remand this turn and pray not to get strip mined. Well, if I do get strip mined, I've got thingy next turn, so doesn't look like they're going to make many land drops, and they're just going to pass the turn. Cool. Corsair comes in. I might slow play this again. Right, now I'll play Xander's Lounge. Because I'm going to slow play until we've seen the Bowmaster come into play. Because I want to kill the Bowmaster with the portal. So I take 1, and I'll take 4 next turn. Favour the Mirror Breaker, Atraxa, and 2 mystery cards. But that seems fine. And then this turn I'm probably just going to DT for Lotus and Lotus out my show and tell. Because then I play around them having a blue card in their hand. So Demonic Tutor. For Black Lotus. Cast Black Lotus. They've got an Atraxa actually, holy fuck. How do we beat Atraxa? We'll work it out next turn, I think. So show and tell. They get Atraxa, we get Portal. And then we'll take 7. They get 10 cards. All of them on the more pointless end of things. So Fable, Trumpeting Carnosaur, Delayed Blast thing, Burst Lightning, Spire Bluff, Shelldock, Memory Jar, Renin 6, Squirrel Turf, Godless Shrine. They'll sacrifice their non-Atraxa permanents. We will remand whatever they do, and then we'll Spell Seeker for something. And try to come up with a way of winning. Spellseeker into Walk. What does our deck look like at the moment? Spellseeker can get Time Walk, Lose Focus, Remand, Dark Ritual, Rain of Filth, Vamp, DT. It can't get DT, it can't get Brazen Borrower. So there's a portal on top of the deck, and they would have taken a series of these cards. So they choose Jar, Godless Shrine, Renin 6, Burst Lightning. And it didn't take the creature. Chooses Memory Jar, Fable and Mirror Breaker, Burst Lightning, Renner 6, Godless Shrine. So they don't have this and they don't have this. Okay, you'll go. They play Box Ruby. And Godless Shrine untapped. And they're going to go to combat. Combat us. I forgot about the symmetry on Show and Tell, and that's a pretty big leak. So, Eternal Witness. Let's remand your witness. There's absolutely no Bowmasters for you when you're holding Memory Jar. So I assume I want to pick up the Corsair first. That can certainly block Lutraxa. Let's get Island to gain a life. Spellseeker's going to go get Time Walk. Yes. Get me a Time Walk. It's back. And then we'll walk. We'll pick up the Bowman. Draw Vampiric. So their Burst Lightning isn't dead, their Jar isn't dead. I think I go land, Seed Shark, and then if the Seed Shark survives, I can vamp, and if the Seed Shark doesn't survive, I can die. So we kind of need this Seed Shark to survive then in that case, don't we? Well, I can play the Seed Shark every turn, right? So that works. So what does Vamp for Yawgmoth will look like? It would get me Lotus, DT for Brazen Borrow, Bounce Your Atraxa, Time Walk. And some tokens to go with it. So Atraxa comes in. We'll block. I'm just going to chump. I don't care about the token. I just want to delay the lose 2 life for as long as possible. Wasteland is fine. My mana's too bad for Wasteland to be playable. So can they go like Ren, Ping? Okay, yeah, that's dead. No. So next, so if they play Ren this turn, they can go pick up a Wasteland. That's fine. And then next turn they can ping Bowman, pick up Bowman, cast Bowman, and then the following turn. So that's not this turn, but the following turn. So yes, they play Ren. Then next turn they were able to kill Bowman and play Witness at the same turn. But I'm going to be able to Yawgmoth's Will because my life total is high enough. Man, we have not played this game or this match perfectly whatsoever. Okay, that's dead. Can you Witness though? Can you even Witness, bro? Not with this mana. So Ren's in play. So they've got 2 mystery cards. Oh no, they haven't. We know they've got Witness. Red, red, and 1. Fable. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So Fable's gone as well. Okay, you've got something in play, and now we can vamp going to 6. Get our Yawgmoth Will. Yeah. And draw Yawgmoth Will for the turn. Our portal triggers. I'll have a Chromehost Seed Shark, please. Draw Yawgmoth Will. I will play the Watery Grave untapped. Some Mana Vault. Can I access that? Not particularly easily. So let's play Yawgmoth Will. Always yield to Chromehost Seed Shark triggers. Cast Black Lotus. Okay. Cast Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor for Brazen Borrower. Not a play I thought I'd be making. So I've got no kill, right? I've got no kill spells? Yeah. How many cards have they got? 5, an attack 6, and then a land 7. So they can get back to Atraxa quite quickly. Never mind. So what did I say? Brazen Borrower. Crack this for blue. Cast Brazen Borrower on your Atraxa. Okay. And then we'll walk into another turn. And then we'll attack Ren, and attack Ren. That's fine, you can pick up my token. I do not care. Now I get another turn, and this time I get a Bowmasters into play. The Bowmasters can ping your face. We'll draw. Play the island to gain the life. I'm going to play the reservoir. Okay. And then I'll play a Brazen Borrower to gain 2. Taking us back up to 8. And now I'll attack with my 2/4s. And thus commences the long journey home. Because it is a lot of tokens to get around in Atraxa. Holy hell. Go on, discard the Atraxa to the Fable. You certainly don't need it. certainly don't need it. That's okay, so Burst Lightning Witness attack puts a Bowman in play for their Memory Jar. That Memory Jar might do some work on us. Okay, so Echo of Aeons and Escape to the Wilds have gone to the graveyard, along with this Goblin Shaman token. That keeps Atraxa at bay for maybe one more turn. It means they can't just jump attack into us for a treasure token. So yeah, I feel like we're ahead, we're just not ahead enough that we're going to convert this, and I don't know if we can beat another Atraxa trigger. Well, I don't even think we can beat Atraxa coming into play, let alone a trigger. Fire on Brazen Borrower and Orcish Bowmasters. Now you can witness back your Bowmaster, and next turn you can Bowmaster Echo. Okay. Seems good. Play a tap land. Cool. So I get Brazen Borrower back into play. Snapcaster Mage. That sounds nice, doesn't it? I do like the sound of a Snapcaster Mage. Oh, a house. Don't tempt me with a good time. So I play house. I haven't made a land drop. I have played a Preordain. Oh god, that's scary. It's scary how tempting that is. I think I'll top the house and top the Snapcaster Mage. And I need 4 mana available, so I'll make a 4/4. We tapped our lands wrong. Oh no, Wasteland's in the yard. Okay. And then we'll go to combat. And attack with a bunch of nerds. I guess the Spellseeker can stay at home. Yep. So I've got Snapcaster Remand up. I need them to not have many lands. And I need them to tap a bunch of mana. So Bowman, Echo. We can remand the Echo. Yeah, if we get through this turn, and our top card's not like land, I feel like we'll be good. So Bowmasters comes into play, that's absolutely fine. Pings me. Okay. So they look like they're about to cast an Echo. Burst lightning in my face. Okay. We know that we still know they're holding Jar. Burst lightning's gone, so Jar attracts her. We'll Snapcaster Remand. Okay. And we'll remind your Echo Vaons. And that will go to Exile. I'll put some triggers on the stack. Then we need to come up with a kill roughly now. That's a nice one. Oh, we're already very close to a kill, right? Attack for 3, activate house. Yeah, it's over. Okay, it's less over. They killed the Brazen Borrower. I get a Brazen Borrower into play. I draw an Everflowing Chalice. My top card's a Swamp. So I can play the Swamp for free. My top card's an LED. Okay. So let's cast a Bolas's Citadel. I do have a Manifold Key in my deck as well somewhere. So that'll be a good way to untap Bolas's Citadel to deal 20 if I have to do it that way. I might already have lethal attackers in play. Who really knows? Beseech the Mirror should do it though. So, Overflowing Chalice on 0. These are my tokens. Okay. Cast with Bargain, sacrificing the Everflowing Chalice. It's a loose focus on top of my deck, which I shall not cast. I might even be able to just 50 them this turn, who knows. Okay. So Beseech the Mirror resolves. I can get Manifold Key. I certainly can't 50 them this turn. I've not got nearly enough permanents or cards left in my deck for that sort of nonsense. Okay. So activate Bolas's Citadel, sacrifice 10 non-land permanents. I assume there's 20 there. And then Manifold Key, untap another target artifact. I'll choose Bolas's Citadel. And we'll activate it again. And we'll sacrifice a bunch of things. And the match will be over. Very cool. And they die. Well, we ran that one close with, you know, a catalogue of errors, but we are 1-0. See you for the next round. Okay, round 2 against Twiddler, or Twilder. Never mind. I don't know what this hand does, but it looks pretty cool. At very worst, it Spellseekers for DT or Time Walk aren't after bouncing a permanent of theirs. We're on the draw, as is tradition. I'm usually on the draw, so, you know, classic Modo things. That's a joke. I don't think Modo's rigged. Yada yada yada. Okay, opponent is here, and they've played a Sheldok Isle. So, very nice for them. I still haven't bought Portal into the main deck. I forgot to do that between rounds. Here it is, looking great in my sideboard. So, yeah, we'll go Swamp, Manifold Key. Why not? We'll get that out. We'll hold the LED. No reason to show them that. Now we can bounce their 2-drop. No, we can't. We can bounce their 3-drop. And then Spellseeker for maybe walk, maybe DT. We'll see what we want to do. We also just play Seed Shark and make a 0/0 token. No plays. Okay. So maybe we can just like repeat no plays. Let's play a Watergrave and cast a Spellseeker, and if they miscalc it, they miscalc it. Yeah, fine. Because now if they tap out for something, I can just bounce it. Island into nothing. I'll play an island and play nothing. And this is where we're a little bit fragile, as we don't actually have permission, right? We've got Remand and Loose Focus. The One Ring. Sure. I'm going to bounce the One Ring now, I think. Or do I just... yeah. I'm going to bounce the One Ring so it doesn't get too out of control. They can draw their card, that's fine. We can resolve our Seed Shark. And then I will walk. I know they've got protection and they're going to get protection next turn, but I need somewhere to go. And then we'll pass. Island. So let's crack this and see what we draw. Draw an Everflowing Chalice. I don't really want an Everflowing Chalice. Do I want another turn? I'm just going to cast this for 2. I don't know what this makes. Does this make a 0/0 or a 4/4? 0/0. Wasted. Right, over to the opponent. And then next turn we can just cast our graveyard. And that might be good. The issue we've got at the moment is lack of black mana, I think. Look what I've got there. Yawgmoth Whale, crack for black. Spellseeker, lose 2 black. No. So 4 mana comes back down. It's the One Ring once again. And they draw another card. And black, black. Anything but Dalthy. Or him. Damn, cool, fine. So let's play... Lion's Eye Diamond first. And I will float blue mana. Aye. You can control Z and LED, don't you worry. I'll float blue mana. And then we will cast a Seed Shark first of all. Just presuming I can do everything. Yeah, I think I can. So Seed Shark. Lion's Eye. Crack Lion's Eye for blue. Cast Time Walk. Cast Spellseeker. Okay. Yes. Cast Demonic Tutor. I'll get Demonic Tutor. Cast Demonic Tutor. Okay. And then get Bolas's Citadel. And play a Swamp. Activate a 2/2. He's also summoning sick. Each opponent loses 10 life. Now that's terribly exciting. Draw step. House. Now, how far can we get? That's the question. Vamp will help, so we'll hold priority in case there's an instant. There's a Mana Vault. Okay, so let's cast Vampiric Tutor. How many opponents have we got at the moment? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 at the moment. Might just be Vamp for Preordain, that might be the way to go about it. Because that's going to fix the top of my deck, and that's the important thing at the moment. Two spells cast this turn. So let's get Beseech the Mirror to the top of our deck. Let's just cast Beseech the Mirror. I'm not lose focusing my Beseech Mirror, that's for sure. I've just done Preordain. I'm just going to get Preordain to hand and then just cast Preordain. Okay, this resolves, yeah, that's fine. So I can cast Subtlety, and that's my first land there. So Fiery Islet's gone, so I can just play my island, that's absolutely fine. Play the island. Cast Rain of Filth. Oh yeah. Okay. Cast a Lotus. And now we'll cast our Preordain to clear the top. This deck's great. It might be total nonsense, but it is great. So bottom both of those. And we draw Lose Focus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we need to do some priority holding then. Does this net cards in play? I think so. And I can sack my lands to activate my Manifold Key. So let's pay 2. Let's crack a Lotus. Let's cast Brazen Borrower. Let's cast Lose Focus, targeting Brazen Borrower. And then let's cast Remand, targeting Lose Focus. There's a Grim Monolith on top of my deck, which I can cast once I've drawn it. And I'll end up with a Brazen Borrower in play. 2 more sharks. Okay, Brazen Borrower resolves. Sacrifice this to add black. Sacrifice this to add black. Cast Basalt Monolith. Oh, this deck's phenomenal. And then I think I had enough at this point. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yes, now I think this works because it just loses life rather than yada yada yada. Tenyu. Yeah. Untap another artifact. This one, please. Sacrifice 10 permanents. 1. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go away, subtlety. 0. So we win through the One Ring. I don't know if I want Portal in this matchup. I think I'll be interested in a Fairy Mastermind. And I only said interested. I didn't say it's good. But I think I'll take Mastermind over Subtlety. Okay, so game 2. We've got a bit of a banger to start with. Hopefully no Thoughtseizes inbound. So, what do we do with this hand? Oh, they've got a Lotus too. The One Ring. That might be good. Lion's Eye Diamond. Let's play a tap land. No. So they draw a card, then they take some damage. Now we're going to have like a wall of permission to get through. So, oh, tap land is good for the home team. Preordain. I do like Preordain. Let's cast that. So, what does that do? Lotus? No, it doesn't work this turn. It doesn't work this turn, or it does work this turn. So I can run headfirst into a Spell Pierce if I want to. Or I can bottom both of these cards. No, I think I like them both. Just play the island and pass. No, we'll roll out the Lotus actually. And that means we've got Remand up if we want it. I just can't work out a way of... Oh, hang on. Ritual Spellseeker, DT. So that's 3, 5, 6. Crack LED with the DT on the stack for Yawgmoth's Will. Yeah, now they've got permission everywhere. Gross. So I think we could have had something go on there. Oh. Vendilion Click. Let's remind you of Vendilion Click. My hand's too good. Sorry. Please try again in the future. Demonic Tutor. Demonic Tutor gets House. Cast Time Walk. Is that, do I even have the mana for that? Yeah. So that's 5 mana. Untap on my walk turn. Show and Tell in Bolas' Citadel with a land drop to give. Does that work? So, Dark Ritual. Spellseeker for DT. No, it doesn't work. Okay, so we'll get Vendilion clicked. Dark Ritual, Spellseeker, Time Walk, DT for House and not have the mana for it. Oh, Iconoclast. Okay. That's not a Spellseeker. Not a Vendilion Click, so that's cool. We'll draw for the turn. And then cast... What did we see last time? We saw Black Lotus. Island. Time Walk. Dark Ritual. For Spellseeker. Let's get Demonic Tutor. Then go to our walk turn. And then I could show in. Okay, I can just draw the cards. So I guess I can just DT for lose focus then. Yeah, you can draw some cards, that's fine. Yawgmoth Will seems very powerful right now, but I think I'm just going to get lose focus. Because then I can crack this. Cast Lion's Eye Diamond, I guess. I don't know why. Play Show and Tell. And then this will play around Mana Leak. This is my Bolas' Citadel. You've got Vendilion Click, that's fine. Don't if you can Vendilion Click me. I'll cast a Rain of Filth in response, please. Okay, so Rain of Filth resolves, Vendilion Click resolves. Can you beat a lose focus? Next question. You say yes. So I'll play an island off the top of my deck. I'll play Grim Monolith off the top of my deck. That's another island, so that's going to be a pass the turn moment. With lose focus, kicked twice, available to us. Miscalc gets cycled. One ring deals some damage. They're at 12. I wonder if there was a Yawgmoth Will line there that gets me back into East Flux Reservoir. Opponent draws 3 cards, 4 cards. Holy shit. That's a lot of cards. So we're going to take about 3 points of damage this turn. I wonder what this is. Bitter Triumph. destroying my Spellseeker. Like, yeah, bro. Get him for 5. Go to 12. They play tap land. I won't flash in a flyer just yet. We'll let them discard some cards. They've got mana open, so we don't want to run headfirst into that. Draw our island for the turn. That's a Fairy Mastermind on top. So let's cast that, because that's going to clear the top of our deck as well if we need it to. Hey, look at my swamp. Snapcaster Mage Time Walk sounds playable. Yeah, I think Walk's better. So let's cast Time Walk. He hit me with the Remand. How do I feel about Remand? I can just cast it again, right? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Alright, so let's clear this off our deck with the Mastermind. Right, we've already been stupid once, so let's not be stupid again. Let's crack this for black. Let's bargain this away for Yawgmoth Will. If they've got Force of Will now, I'm going to cry. Because this game should just be remarkably over. So we're going to get Yawgmoth Will, which we will cast. And then let's play some manas. I'm going to crack this for black now. Cast Dark Ritual. Cast Demonic for Aetherflux Reservoir. Tap a swamp for the reservoir itself. And now we can cast Black Lotus and kill our opponent. Like this. Because that was 10 spells already. We win the match, cool. They don't want to watch us do it. That was awful. I should have just cast Loose Focus on the Remand, taken my turn, and killed them slowly. But we managed to come up with a different line, clearing the top of the deck with the Mastermind, and then LED with this trigger on the stack, because our house tells us what we're getting. Whew. This is the nutlow play, but still winning because our deck's busted. So let's see if we can play well and win in the finals. Okay, so round 3 against Epic Minion Fairies, Funnies, Epic Minion Funnies, and we're on the draw. So we've kept this hand. Beseech the Mirror. Kind of sick. Hey, look, it's Manifold Key. And then maybe Grim. I'm going to keep playing Swamps. Your turn. And they're going to keep playing Swamps. At some point we can do something like DT for house, right? So, oh, all my swamps are swamps. Nice, nice, nice. Right, what are they doing over there? Well, now I can play an island. That's for sure. And then I'm going to DT, not tapping my island. Good grief. Apparently playing well is not in my wheelhouse today. And we can bounce their threat and then play a house next turn, provided they don't wasteland their own Urborg. So mountain, sneak attack. Sneak attack's kind of scary. Let's bounce that. And let's untap this. Okay, over to us. We draw a Chrome Host Seed Shark, which sure is a card I want in play. I don't think I can be dealing with that sort of shit though, so let's add some mana. And then we'll untap. Do I need to untap? Yeah, because if I hit island, then I want to cast Seed Shark. We haven't made a land drop yet. Oh, but now I've done that. Oh yeah, so I have mana floating. Alright, still good. So 2 mana floating, so if I hit island I can cast Seed Shark. I hit swamp. Well, we'll play that. And then we'll hit swamp. Perfect, just how we drew it up. Opponent has a sneak attack. Do you have a second red source? No, perfect. So another island and another island. Dope. Right, I need to clear the top of my deck. So if I untap Manifold Key, these are Underground Seas. So let's untap Grim Monolith, tap this for some mana, cast Seed Shark with 1 floating, and then black, cast Beseech the Mirror, bargaining away my Monolith, making a 4/4, and getting what? Yawgmoth Sword doesn't do anything, I've got no mana. Snapcast Animation doesn't do anything, I've got no mana. So I could just Beseech for Lotus, I could Beseech for LED, I could just Beseech for Efflux Reservoir, I've got nothing going on. Cast without paying its mana cost, and it looks like I'll be remanding it here, which is a shame, but I would like to clear the top of my deck. And it was more islands. Cool. Cool. So sneak attack comes in. Oh, it's just a Grizzlebrand. So 10 of our 15 lands are accounted for. And how much damage have I got? 10, 11, 12 in play. Cycles a Troll of Khazad-dûm. Gets a Xander's Lounge, which is an aggressively tapped red source, and then activates Grizzlebrand again. So we're 1 point of damage short. They found another red source though on that second activation. Do you have something else to put into play? Sneak attack's down to 5. That's an Ulamog. So we're back up to 12. I take 17. I don't have And then I pay 6 mana and kill them. Is that right? Oh no, hang on. Annihilator. Sure, that makes sense. So swamp, swamp, swamp. 2/2. And then chump block. And I go to 11. So they've made a land drop, they've been through combat, they've got another activation if they want it to go down to 6 cards in deck. They do not want it. Okay. So waiting for them to discard, because they do have 18 cards in hand versus 6 cards in deck, which is quite phenomenal. Yawgmoth's Will would work. So what they discard? Inti, Jace the Mind Sculptor, Mystic Confluence, Remand. If they can't cast Malcolm, Xander's Lounge, a bunch of tapped blue sources. Okay. Lose focus. Jesus Christ. Lose focus doesn't do anything in the face of a sneak attack, so we'll draw a card. This is subtlety. Hurt me. Nothing. So yeah, we really need to hit Lotus at some point soon. Everflowing Chalice is free. 0, please. I don't think I can multi-kick this, can I? Can I try? Do I want to? No. Another island. Well, this certainly has been quite the Bolas's Citadel. We've gained another chump blocker. Now known. Dismember kills our subtlety. And then all you got to do is find 7 power. Deep Cavern Bat is fine. I've got nothing going on, dude. You could have snuck that and it would have worked. So if my reservoir is underneath a Deep Cavern Bat and my Chrome Host Seed Shark, it doesn't matter. They're going to sneak us. Oh, it's just shielded. You're going to make me draw a card? Oh no, you got another sneak target. 3 power, that's what we asked for. Perfect. Whew. Well, that was certainly something that can happen. I'm on 16 lands, not 15 lands. Okay. I still feel like we saw a lot of them. Do we want any of this nonsense? Fairy Mastermind, Seal of Removal. Portal. I don't... Is the portal good? Portal might be busto. Kill your Malcolm, pick up your Grizzlebrand that you entombed. Versus what? I think subtlety is bad in this matchup. They do have a Shieldred though. We'll keep this just because we've got the permission, the Vamp. The Walk and the Ritual. I don't know, all these cards are powerful and then there's a Lose Focus, so it doesn't seem like it could go too wrong. This is my island. Over to you. And then opponent has Prismatic Vista. And no plays. Perfect. I'm just going to walk into the next turn. And yeah, I'll cast a Spellseeker. Why not? do I have to get? Remand, Reign of Filth, Preordained, Demonic Tutor. Let's just get DT. We've taken an extra turn. It's hard for the opponent to do anything too busted here. Well, Entomb Reanimate would be kind of shit for us. Cycle an Oliphant, get a tapped land. Seems like something we should have some game against, but that's a Flooded Strand instead of the tapped land, which is surely a take. So Demonic Tutor, grab the house, pass the turn. Next turn, Ritual House. And see how we do. That's basically it, I think. Gets a basic island. Malcolm. I think Malcolm can resolve. Malcolm's going to hit us and loot. Loot's away. Loot's away what? Grave Titan. Okay. Xander's Lounge tapped and passes the turn. So do I want to push hard into that? Or do I want to do like, yeah, cast a Everflowing Chalice or some shit? Let's just... Wow, that was some F6ing. Let's cast a Preordain. Bottom both of those. Draw a Remand. Play an island. Cast a Mana Vault. There we go, that's more like it. 9 points of damage to get a portal into play. Sign me up. And then cast a Lotus. Right. Let's crack this for black mana. Or blue mana. Let's crack this for black. Cast Yawgmoth's Will for life. And then I get a Yawgmoth's Will back. I can cast Lotus. I can cast Dark Ritual. I can sequence spells correctly at some point in my life. I'm sure I will do that. Let's get a Reservoir. Tap the Monolith. Cast the Reservoir off of the Colourless. Tap this to Preordain. Gain myself 12 life. Bottom the island. Top the Brazen. Yeah. Cast a Chromehost Seed Shark. Unlikely to cast Show and Tell if I'm honest with you. But yeah, and then we did it again, questionable sequencing, but good results. Okay, final game of the finals. So I got Malcolm, which I think we saw, but I don't think we care about Malcolm that much. Well, we don't care about Malcolm when we've got Lose Focus in our hand, right? Nah, let's just resubmit. Let's send it. Two good combo decks against each other. No blue mana, no black mana even. Just a bounce spell and then a DT if they play Urborg. DT for Lotus, Lotus out house on turn 3. Oh, that's properly questionable, isn't it? Let's keep it. Black Source makes a Bolas's Citadel, so I think that's good. Snapcaster Mage makes another DT if we need it. can cast Show and Tell if I want to be a baller. We got a Fiery Islet cycle, Brazen Rod to bounce. So I think there's play to this hand. It's just not the most busted or Thoughtseize proof, but so opponent appears to be on a mulligan to 5, which is typically good for the home team. We've drawn another blue source. What we always desired. So that would have made this deck sick actually as Mind's Desire. Good grief, that would have been so good. So 2 mana available for the opponent. Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, that certainly does make black mana. Makes all the black mana that I want. Okay, and they're missing land drops. So we just need to not... Right, we're going to go for Fiery Islet and step activate. Right, so whilst it's their turn, where do we stand on my next turn? Going Snapcaster Mage, crack LED for black. Black makes a DT with 2 mana floating, so I need to play a land and I can cast Yawgmoth's Will. Go LED. And then I have 3 black mana floating. Right, and no way to cast a house. So they cycle an Oliphant, which seems good for them. Seems weird to not cycle Oliphant on the turn you missed the land drop, right, if you're getting Mountain. Interesting. Yeah, I think I prefer just Sorcery Speed your Oliphant and make a land drop on 3 and possibly even 4, but hey ho. Dak Faden. Okay. Dak Faden goes to 4. And do we want to pressure Dak? I guess we probably should pressure Dak. Grizzlebrand. Xander's Lounge. Another island. Walk would be a fine draw here. Walk into Black Source. Mana Vault isn't great. Oh yeah. Well, if they exhume as Grizzlebrand, obviously they draw a bunch of cards. But Mana Vault Snapcaster Mage is probably enough to do something with DT, Yogg Will, DT for house. So they activate Dak again. And discard. So yeah, my dodgy keep into their Multi 5, and it turned out the Multi 5 was better at getting there. So they do bring back a Grizzlebrand. Okay. Play a Swamp. You gonna pay 7? I can't remember what permission we saw from them earlier. Demonic Tutor, okay. If that's like Force of Will, then this game's exceptionally over. Rain of Filth. Still doesn't make black, does it? Snapcaster Mage. Mana Vault, Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, Mana Vault, Lion's Eye Diamond, Snapcaster Mage. In response to the Snapcaster Mage spell, we can crack the LED for black and cast DT. That will leave us with 2 black. And 2 colourless, 1 colourless floating. Plus an island. That will cost Yawgmoth's Will. That will cast LED for black. Then we can cast Rain of Filth. We will cast a house with no land drop, and I think in the face of Griselbrand, if I've not miscounted, that will be good. So, sorry. So, crack this for BBB. Snapcaster Mage. Snapcaster Mage gets DT. Okay. DT for Yawgmoth's Will. Right, that's the best thing here. So, especially seeing as all my cards are in my graveyard. So Yawgmoth's Will to hand. And I need to float a blue, I believe. And I can Yawgmoth's Will like this. Cast Rain of Filth with black floating. Cast LED. Crack LED. Cast a house. Sacrificing these lands, so I've still not made a land drop yet, so that's going to give us one more clear thing on the Citadel. Citadel straight into walk is fantastic news. So walk. Yeah, because they can't get another turn, right? It's like we just lose. I didn't hold priority. Shit. So I'll play my Fiery Islet to clear my Remand. I will tap my Monolith, I don't care. Cast Spellseeker. Yes, I'd like to use Spellseeker's ability. And I'll get a Preordain, I guess is best. Or is Vamp better? Because if I hit Black Source on Vamp next turn, then I can Vamp for Reservoir. Or I can Vamp for Portal. I can't Vamp for Portal. Let's just get Vampiric. Oh, I can Vamp for... I still can't Vamp for Portal. I'll say Vampiric. So, Dark Ritual. Okay. Preordain. Put on the bottom, Beseech the Mirror. Because I need to get into my Reservoir, or I need to get into my Seed Shark. So let's just go for the Reservoir. Oh, hang on. So, cast for life. Okay. Get the Reservoir. Cast the Reservoir with a black floating. And then I've cast 15 spells. Bang. And I've got a black floating for this Vamp at any moment. Okay, and then we'll turn off auto yield quickly, and then we'll hold priority, cast Vampiric Tutor, stack our triggers, because I think we win. So let's pop back to the game there. Okay, so just to see what was going to happen here, we would vamp up to 53. We'd then lose, well, we'd then just bink them before the vamp resolved, but we did have 1 life to spare. So that's why I started holding priority there. But what a sick deck, and a really sick league. So this is the deck here. Yeah, that was pretty nutty. Lotus, Walk, LED, Mana Vault, Grim, DT, Dark Ritual, Vampiric Tutor, Yawgmoth's Will, like all the hits, right? All the hits, all the time. I probably should have main decked that portal, but we got away with it. I don't know if I should have had it in my deck against Reanimator there. And yeah, no, really enjoyed that final line as well of Mana Vault, Snap, DT, or crack LED to flashback DT to go for the kill. That was pretty fun. So yeah, sick league, sick trophy. Enjoying this thing where I open Black Lotus and then Time Walk. I think that's pretty good as well. But thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time I upload a video, I guess. Bye.